Morning everybody, Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Getting a lot of messages and comments about this new regulations that they say are going to make tiny homes forbidden. And I've just been reading the regulations in detail. Took me a considerable amount of time to read all this and understand it. That is always an issue, trying to understand government speak. But I spent considerable time reading this, the details of these regulations, and I've come to the conclusion that they are talking about park model specifically. So far, park model homes were allowed to be under 400 square feet, I think in the 300 to 400 square foot range, and I can't find it as I'm speaking, but I'm going to speak from memory from reading these documents. The park model manufacturers were exceeding the 400 square foot size in their manufacture of these park model homes. Now, a park model home is an in-between. It's not considered a manufactured home because it's too small, and it's not designed under the rules and regulations under the HUD. And it's not a mobile home because it's too large to be pulled down the road normally. And people were falling into a gray zone with the park model. Now again, park model was specifically mentioned here repeatedly in these regulations. It seems that anything under 300 foot, 400 foot is still untouched by the new rules and regulations. And what they want to do is change the regulations for building park model homes. And they want stricter and tighter guidelines, which is sad because many people live in park model homes because they're affordable and have less taxes, and it's going to cause a lot of people to become homeless. Let me see. Recreational vehicles in excess of 256 square feet would be included in the definition of a mobile home. There is mention that 8 feet or more in width and 32 feet or more in length, and that is they're stretching the limits on the park model. They're usually about 10 feet wide and up to 40 feet long. Any structure which meets all the requirements. Anyway, here it is. Here is the one I was looking for. Relying on conference report, consider a more flexible standard for smaller manufactured homes, such as park models, whose square footage is between 320 and 400 square feet. HUD continued the exemption, but expanded it to its current form. Specifically, they determined that recreational vehicles were exempt from HUD's manufactured home construction and safety standards and its procedural and enforcement regulations if the unit is built on a single chassis, 400 square feet or less, when measured at the largest horizontal projections. Now, they're very specific on how to measure, counting all trim, including the outside corner trim, from corner to corner, including windows and all enclosed areas, but not to include the roof overhang. So they're very, they don't measure living space, they measure the entire building, which is not quite fair. But 400 square feet or less when measured at the largest projections, self-propelled or permanently towable by a light-duty truck, and designed primarily not for use as a permanent dwelling, but as temporary living quarters for recreational, camping, travel, or seasonal use. Now again, we're talking about park model homes and manufactured recreational vehicles. This is not tiny homes. Tiny homes is a whole different category, and it's a situation I'm dealing with right now. I cannot reveal to you what I'm up to because of my enemies who are trying to destroy everything I do. So one day when I get everything settled here, I will do a video telling you everything. But for now, don't panic unless you are in a park model home. Then you can panic, because they said that as of 2014, they determined that some manufacturers were producing park model recreational vehicles which were in excess of the vehicle exemption's 400 square foot threshold. There's the key. And they really want to lock down on the manufacturers built in a single chassis, mounted on wheels, and have a gross trailer area not exceeding 400 square feet. They really want to crack down on them and prohibit the larger park model homes from being built, which is actually, again, sad. They also discovered some fifth wheel trailers could also fall within the HUD regulations, so that is scary as well. So, but if you're under 400 square feet, then you don't fall into these regulations right now. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure this is going to be a huge discussion, so feel free to come on here and comment and tell me what you understood from this. I'll even post the link here so everybody can read it. And yeah, tell me what you all think. Maybe I misunderstood. Maybe not. They've received over 5,000 comments. Most people are not pleased at all. Anytime normal people find a way to find happiness affordably without owing an arm and a leg, some bureaucratic leeches try to destroy it. It goes on. It goes on and on. So people are not happy. Well, it's up for proposal, so let's see what happens. So it's going to affect many people, but not specifically all tiny home dwellers yet. So there's still hope, and I'm still working on the issues with my particular location, and it takes years. It's not an overnight deal. So one day I'll reveal everything to y'all, and hopefully I'll have it all settled before the government tries to make further changes. I don't think that they can go backwards and slam people who already have them, but I think what they'll do is, what they're talking about is restricting manufacturers moving forward. So I just wanted to share this because I'm seeing it so much right now. So please do share your comments and let me know what you think. Maybe this could start a movement to help protect those poor people who are going to potentially lose their homes and their livelihood. I don't think the government should be interfering with our daily lives like that so much. One person quoted the Constitution, and yeah, well, open for discussion. Tell me what you think, everybody. Troy from the Do-It-Yourself World and the Off-Grid Project. Melanie and I got to get to work here in the homestead, so watch out for more videos to come. Talk to you all later.